Hi, I'm Ultraviolet. Welcome to Hi everyone, welcome to Strong Fire Tarot. My name is UV, short for Ultraviolet, the light that can see in the darkness. And today we're going to be doing a reading for Aquarius Collective. So you don't necessarily have to be an Aquarius sun sign to resonate with this reading. You just see how its magnetic push and pull may be affecting you. And if you don't resonate, just take what serves, the rest leave it. Remember, I know nothing. You always have to honor your own intuition on this journey because you have your own purpose, your own destiny. So I hope it serves well. Thank you so much for your positivity. I'm very grateful for this beautiful journey. And if you want more information on my private readings, watch till the end, or you could just read the description box below. The vision I had for Aquarius was this shark trying to eat you and have you, I guess. So it was very possessive. You were their prey, and they didn't know how to take care of you at all. They were just very imposing in a negative way. And at first you had trouble fighting this shark because it was a really big shark. But in the end, you found a way to conquer it, and it became so small, this shark, a tiny little shark, and you just, like, in the tip of your finger, you just removed it and done. So now this person, that is the shark in your life, so the person that was trying to conquer you just to say that they got something or whatever, they didn't have the best intentions towards you. They were just very possessive, okay? It just feels like that. And it was just a game. They didn't really see your beauty. Or they did, and that's why they wanted to have it for themselves, digest you almost, you know? Like, it's for me and for me only, and that's it. And they didn't win. So now they were like, whatever. Anyways, nobody wants you. Because there's like 10 men in the room, and you don't necessarily have to be like a woman or a girl. Like, I'm just gonna explain the dreams. Place yourself where you fit. I'm a girl, so obviously the gender is feminine in the dream, but just switch it if you're masculine, okay? If you're a man. Tarot is there's no gender in tarot. You just place the energy where it fits, okay? So then there's 10 people in the room, and nobody is paying attention to you. Nobody cares about you. You're not standing out. Like, there's nothing there's nothing special about you or something. And eventually they see you dancing with a person, and you're dancing with this person beautifully. And you became so attractive. You're like, oh my God, I didn't know they could dance like that, you know? So now the other 8 men that were there, I don't know how many they were, okay? They wanted you now. And they're like, well, there's one of you and 8 of us. So, but you already found someone to dance with. So you're going to find someone that you're synchronizing with very beautifully. You're dancing with, you know, so life is enjoyable with this person. And it's just a beautiful dance. And people are going to notice how beautiful it looks. So they're going to want that too. And the shark is going to act like you're not that special, but they're going to see it. They're going to see how special you truly were. You have beautiful talents. You're full of surprises. And you're going to attract people who want to flow with you. And you finally conquered this predator. It's so small. It's irrelevant now. So it was a battle, but it was big, but you got bigger than your oppressors. Let's continue. A mouse, a phoenix in reverse, and a firefly. You see, you look so small, but you're full of light. So they're gonna start seeing it. They're like, I thought they were irrelevant, but they're fireflies. And you know, when we see fireflies, we're like, oh my God, fairies, it's so beautiful. Look, these are the fireflies. So these mouses that live in stress, anxiety, they're insecure, they don't know what the fuck they're doing with their lives. They're stressed out of, they're full of nerves, and they eat cheese wherever they go and trash, you know, like they're rats, and they think that they got something good, but a rat is like eating from the sewers. It's like, yeah, it's not that great what you're getting over there, but whatever. They convince themselves that like I'm awesome. A rat thinks it's great because it found food. Yeah, but they found it in the sewers, right? So these people are actually the ones that have nothing. And you're the one that felt smaller than the mouse at some point, but you're full of light. So you were fuller than them all along. And look, now they're going to watch you sparkle with your tribe of people that sparkle just like you. And they're going to be left in the darkness for not seeing it, not seeing your worth. They thought you were never going to rise from the ashes. So whatever they put you through, they thought that you were never going to recuperate from this or whatever. Like, you were the least likely to make something of yourself, you know? They didn't believe in your greatness. They didn't believe in you. They're like, they're nothing. They're just a little firefly. But then when you showed light, they're like, what is that? And now you became curious. So then they became predators. Like, they wanted to dim your light. And you're like, okay, they became smaller than you because you became a phoenix to a mouse. So the phoenix eats the mouse. And they're not happy with that. Their pride. These people were very, egotistical. Whoever you were dealing with in the past, their ego was so inflated that they didn't see wrong in their behavior. And they don't even know why they tried to hurt you so much. There was something about your potential future that they knew intuitively, but they couldn't tell because you weren't there yet. You didn't. The fireflies, they have a specific moment where they show their light. And it's to mate. So they couldn't see your light because you weren't sure if you wanted to mate with them. But when they saw you flashing your light somewhere else, they're like, and you're going to mate with the right person because that's your environment, that's your soul tribe or whatever. You're attracting people from your species, you know, your kind of people. That's when they saw how special you truly were all along. But you just know when to shine your light. You just showed up like a fly because I'm covering it the fire. And then they're like, what is this fire? I thought it was just an ordinary fly, and a fly is a malicious thing, you know. They confused, because they're used to flies, right? They live in the sewers. They're used to seeing flies. So when they saw a firefly, they thought you were just an ordinary fly, the type of people they're used to dealing with, you know, these malicious, envious, evil type of people, annoying people, you know, like they're really annoying, the flies. They're the ones that enter a bar and you have to kill them because they're really annoying. And they thought you were just like the other ones, but no, there was something special about you. You're a firefly. You know who you are, and you know where to show it. You're not just going to show your light to people who are energy vampires, because you know what happens. So now they're unhappy because they missed out on something great. A phoenix. You're a shapeshifter. They didn't know that. They're like, it's just a fly. So they disregarded you. Then they saw your light. They tried to be a predator, but they didn't get to have you. So now they're going to watch you dance with the right people. And they're going to see that a lot of people are going to want to be with you, around you, and they're going to regret, because this is like a cloud of darkness that's going to follow them around, of sadness, because it's like Cinderella. You thought she was a poor, raggedy person, like, but it was only a matter of time for her to get her castle. It was her destiny. So this frog thought it was a prince, and it kissed a bunch of flies, okay, if you understand where I'm going here. And they thought that they were all the same because he wasn't transforming. And the one that he should have paid attention to was the one that was going to save him from his curse. And they chose to be predators instead of appreciating the beauty of a firefly. So they lost something great here. Now there's this cloud of darkness around them for some reason, because you're going to rise from the ashes and they're going to remember how they confused a firefly for a fly. Someone that's full of light. And now it's like they're going to want to find that again, you know, because they're looking for that type of light because they need it. They're in the darkness and they're energy vampires, right? But at this point, God only gives you very few of those that have light within. So they had an opportunity there to treat this person right, and it was going to fill them up with fulfillment, bliss, happiness, everything they ever desired. But because they didn't know how to treat something special, now they're going to look for someone else with light, but they're all flies. A firefly is rare. You can barely see them. So when you find the shark, I'm telling you, like, this shark did not win. It's in reverse. This is like the wolf and the little Red Riding Hood. It was malicious. It was used to behaving like that because it was cursed. And after kissing all these potential princesses, he never turned into a prince. So when he actually found the princess, she was dressed like Cinderella, and he disregarded her, and that was gonna break the curse. And now it's like, fuck, you know, like the shark is like now in denial and trying to convince themselves that I didn't want it anyways or something. But someone else is gonna want it and 8 other people. A lot of people around that person have their eye on that person that they couldn't see the beauty within. They just took people for superficial reasons. And now what? Yeah, ooh, you left. So, the Firefly is just not catchable. A buffalo cannot run after a cheetah. Like, it's too heavy. It feels tired and heavy. And they're receiving dreams about the person that left. And very fast. Like, this person is moving fast. So it's like, I can't keep up. I can't catch up. A mouse can't catch up with the cheetah. Nothing can catch up with a cheetah or with a phoenix. At this point, look. Whatever this person decides to do, they're going to get there really fast and great. And they have wings now. They ascended. And they thought they were never going to get out of the sadness that they're stuck in. They projected their own darkness onto this person, thinking that they're in the darkness too, because it wasn't shining its light, because it wasn't told to. It's like, no, I don't. God, it was like, no, wait for it. Wait for it. Don't show them. Don't show them. Don't show them. You can sing, you know, don't show them. Don't. And when they found out that you could do special things that other flies can't, look, they got really angry. But you're over here focused on something else, talking to God. But you're not even looking at them. But they're looking over here. Because this wolf did not get the Little Red Riding Hood. That had innocent... that had an innocent intentions towards the shark. So whoever you were dealing with, Aquarius... fucked up pretty much, and now you're dancing with the right person, and other people desire you because you're finally showing who you truly are. You're like, you came out of the cocoon and you're flying now. You rose from the ashes, so they're like, whoa, I missed out on that. I thought it was just a fly. I thought it was nothing. I thought it was just like the other ones. I thought it was just like the other bitches, just like the other fuckboys, you know? So because they didn't heal things from the past, they projected past experiences onto you, and now they're just gonna witness your rise. And they want to convince themselves that you're not going anywhere, but you're going somewhere and really fast, okay? You're a cheetah. And now I heard cheetah girl, cheetah sister, so you're gonna be successful, labels, you know, everything. So what dreams may come, like... your dreams will become reality. Yeah, the octopus did not win, so that's Ursula. You probably had, that's separate from the shark. You also had false friends, bad family men, not bad, let's not call them that, but family members, surrounding people in your surrounding that did not wish the best for you. Okay, these people are in the darkness. There's a lot of darkness here. If you see like the black here with the tears, the black here with the tears, here also the black that surrounds you, you know, you always had to keep your light strong in your environment, because your environment is full of people who are connected to a negative source, so they don't know how to behave righteously, so they get their information, their thoughts from a negative source, so their life is negative, so they appear to be good for you, like Ursula, but in the end they just wanted to sabotage you. But the Little Mermaid has nature on her side, so she's divinely protected. She's the daughter of Poseidon. So whoever is the daughter or the son of God, needn't worry about the sharks. The predators and the false people will never, you see the energy vampires, and it fell on the cheetah. Now they want to suck all that potential that you have. Ooh. they're not gonna win. You're just so protected. It's over. Look, you're so strong. You're standing strong on your own. You're like loving life so much. You're like, oh, look at that little bird. I have this, I know what bird comes to see me just by their sounds. I'm like, oh, that's a little red one that's outside. I'm like, look at it. I'm like, that's my friend. I know exactly how every bird sounds outside. I'm so in tune with my environment, my animals, nature. Everything is so beautiful. Life is so beautiful. The opportunities, my new connections, like everything is beautiful. You're so proud of everything you've conquered so far, and now you're already abundant. So everything from now is just great. This situation is dead, completely dead. You killed the shark, became invisible. It became like a little peel off. Done, and now it's dust. The shark started off really big in my dream, and it was hard to fight. So at first, the magnetic attraction, because there's a moon, and the energy vampire was feeding on you, because even you did not know that you were a firefly all along. You're like, I guess you did. They're like, no, you did know. Yeah, you did. Look, the Ace of Swords. But they wanted to keep you trapped because they sense your truth. They could smell it. So they wanted to make you believe that you were not that great of an option, whatever. But by playing games, because they're immature and unhealed, they just lost someone that would have brought a lot of good vibrations in their life, because dancing is like a high vibration. You feel good when you dance. So now they're sad because you didn't take their offer. Now they're waiting, like, are they ever coming back? So this person thought that you were gonna beg for them, you know, or something. Like, no, you're focused on your happiness, on your security, on your creativity. You're focused on the right things. Like, you're just focused on the beautiful parts of life. Whatever drains you and annoys you and sucks all that light that you have out of you, you're like, yeah, no, I don't like staying stuck. Okay, so I make the right decisions to not stay stuck. You know, it's in reverse, because you don't like feeling weak. You're a cheetah. So yeah, surprise. Your life is full of surprises now. God is going to bless you for conquering those predators and not giving them your light. You were patient for the right people that wanted to share happy moments with you, and they're angry and scared because they know they missed out on something special here. The one person that could have broken the curse. It's almost like the Beauty and the Beast. The flower lost the last petal, so now they're stuck as beasts for the rest of their life, you know? They're trapped in their golden prison now. God is like, okay, you can work hard and get your prison, but you lost the person that was going to break the curse, so now they're going to be angry like that beast that never found Belle, okay? Because they mistaken Belle for an ordinary person. Nervous in reverse. That's you, like a stress-free life. You're just thankful. You're stress-free and thankful. Life is so beautiful. Yeah, they weren't kind to you. They weren't helpful. They weren't mature. Because of some sadness that they carry inside that they projected onto you, but you're looking the other way. You're not gonna look back on like as a victim to what the predators try to do to you, because they didn't get to eat you. Like, it's a cool story in a way, like, because you're like, oh my God, this shark was trying to eat me, and I saved myself. So it's a cool story that you're a soldier like that, you're a survivor. And now you feel invincible, because if the shark couldn't eat you while you were fighting it, you're like, who the fuck can scare me in this life, you know? Now you live a stress-free life because you feel invincible, and they're annoyed by that feeling of like, oh my God, I could light my light whenever I want, and you know how to be you now. You know what to do to feel the best you've ever felt. You know what you love. You know what you enjoy doing. You know what makes you you. I was watching Soul, so your purpose is walking, you know? So you're like, maybe walking is my purpose, you know, because I'm really good at that. So that's your kind of energy. It's like, I love life. I just love life. So if you don't want to love life with me and dance, you're an energy vampire, okay? And you don't deal with those anymore. But they're going to watch you. They're around you. These people are going to watch you and they're going to... Careful. You're going to have to protect your unions here. If you do attract someone that understands your movements, like almost like they can match yours. Your perfect match. Yeah, you see your match. Okay, that's a message for me. The Queen of Cups. That's a lot of love. And that's a really powerful connection. And nesting. Ooh, it's nesting season. So you're going to build a foundation first, because here they're building a foundation. So you're starting to attract, because of this test that you pass, you're starting to attract people that you can build a solid foundation with and love healthily and fly. You're free now. You freed yourself from past hurts that made you manifest connections that were energy vampires, because you were the lighthouse all along. You're a firefly. So it's like you carry this light that depressed ass people feed on. And you now you understand that. So you're like, yeah, I don't deal with depressed ass people anymore, because that's just ingratitude. Life is beautiful. Your purpose is breathing, okay? Unlimited self. The crown chakra. Yeah, you got your crown in the spirit realm. Like, you healed what you had to heal. You did the shadow work. You healed your sadness. So you're not going to attract sad connections anymore, because you healed your sadness. So now you're initiating a new way of life. Awakened awareness. You became aware of what was making you attractive to predators and why you were giving them attention. You know, when all along you should have been dancing with the right people that appreciate your talents, your beauty. Like, they see you as the beautiful flower that you are. Them, they just wanted to take the flower. But if you take a flower, it dies. Someone who truly appreciates you and waters you every day, because it's like, wow, that's the most beautiful flower I've ever seen. So they have to know how to nourish it, how to keep it alive, keep that smile alive, that beauty alive. This person wanted you for themselves, so you were dead around them because they didn't know how to appreciate your kind of beauty. Express your truth. They didn't know their truth. They were so lost, so they confused you because they live in an illusion. It's like the Beauty and the Beast. Like, the beast sees the castle, the clock is alive. Like, this person's delusional. Like, it sees things now. Like, it doesn't... The curse became their new reality, and you couldn't save them. It's like, okay, I'm done trying to save people that don't have the right perception of reality. So because of your healing nature, you used to attract these connections, but then you're like, no, I'm going to be the light with people who have awakened awareness. 17 again, my God, I saw 17 twice. So it's you having faith in yourself and knowing your worth. I'm going to read. Okay. Nobody can hurt you anymore, guys. You know your worth. So if they don't know how to appreciate you, you leave it right away. You don't give it attention. Nobody's savable. It's not your job to save people. You just appreciate them as they are. And if they don't know how to love you properly, you love yourself. You choose yourself. Okay, so beyond the veil, clearing distortion and delusion. I told you they live in an illusion. Awareness of what's running us subconsciously. Communing with our God force. Energetic sovereignty growth outside your comfort zone. The collective awakening. Physical reality is the tip of the iceberg. The tapestry we see at surface level is just a fraction of what is going on beyond. Awakened awareness can take place. What's going on beyond? Awakened awareness can take place when we start to look between the lines at recurring themes, aspects, and symbols that gain our intuitive attention. So you see, you used to attract this kind of pattern, the wolves, the sharks, the energy vampires, the Ursulas, the backstabbing friends. You used to attract this pattern of people who wanted to keep you stuck because they knew the truth about that you weren't an ordinary Firefly, but you were a type of people pleaser, or you just wanted to be there for everyone at some point, but they didn't allow you to show that light because then you made them feel bad because they didn't have that gift. Those flies don't have that light inside of them. So because you didn't want to make them feel bad, you never showed it. But they could sense it, so they fed on you anyways. They could still feel it. But now they can't catch up with you anymore. You're too far. You're a cheetah. And you get intuitive guidance from the universe here. The buffalo is very connected to Source. That who's an energy vampire, who's this, who's pulling on me, like, yeah, no, they're sad, like, I can't, no. You believe everyone is fully capable. So it's, everyone is fully capable. Yeah, it's like, I believe everyone is fully capable. So when people like self-pity and like, you don't understand, like this and that, like you created your own life. What don't I understand? That you self-sabotage? Like, no, you're ungrateful. Life is beautiful. If they don't want to see it like that, then those are not your people. These are keys to a hidden overarching plan and a greater weaving. This oracle speaks to the deeper nature behind all we can know with our eyes and minds, also known as the matrix or veil. Once discovered, it is so easy to get lost in it. So we were stuck in a matrix because we didn't want to overshadow anyone, you know, be with our light, because we're fireflies, you know, we're like, oh, okay, like, let me just act like a fly. You're like, yeah, I'm losing myself in this matrix. So you freed yourself and you promised yourself to live life with the perspective of your higher self. So with truth. It's like you're living with truth. It's like as it is, you take it as it is. When people show you who they are, you believe it and you're like, well, good luck with your situation, but life is beautiful to me and I want to continue seeing it beautiful. So if you make it ugly, you're not part of my life. You're stuck in the matrix. We are conditioned to be disoriented in our physical reality so that anything outside of it becomes unfathomable. Thus, we seek a framework that parallels the nature of the laws of this limiting place. And yet, there is a lot more going on, and our awakening awareness would like us to stretch our consciousness to grasp it. This awareness activates our intuitive system, helps us navigate what is true, and supports us in becoming more sovereign and empowered. We can become more ensnared in the matrix when we are lost in what is running us internally. Running away and or distracting ourselves may offer short-term relief or band-aid or subtle but deep suffering. Society is coated with a layer of conformity. The idea of that it's just the way things are done. Roadblocks questions when things may be out of alignment. But as we step free and awaken, we gain a more holistic approach to consciousness and come to know ourselves more deeply. We can then take things into our own hands and make changes in the world, thus regaining energy, choice, and abundance that is rightfully ours. As we wriggle into the revelations of freedom, we can't help but awaken those around us. So now you're not going to change people, you're going to inspire change. And this is in your romantic relationships too. If you don't inspire them to be a better version of themselves, you know, the best version, the greater version of themselves, because you're doing great things for yourself. So they're like, yeah, I want to do that for myself too. So they find their own way of doing that, you know. So if you don't inspire that in the person that you are connecting to, then that's not the one, you know. The person that you inspire them to want to be loyal, righteous, giving, nurturing, considerate, there for you, always show up, you know, everything. That's the one that deserves your time. But you don't have to tell them to be that. You're going to inspire that in them because you're being great, you know? You don't waste time saying like, why don't you do these things for me? Like, I'm not going to nag. If I become a nagger, I swear to God, I'm out, okay? I hate nagging. I love myself the way I am. I love the harmonious life, organic living. So when people bring out the worst in me, get out, because I love the way I am without you. And if I'm around people that truly belong in my life, I'm going to inspire them and they're going to bring out the best in me, and I'm going to bring out the best in them. If we're not doing that for each other, what's the point? Okay? So, a single glimpse of the limitless eternal and your life will never be the same again. When we directly experience the transient yet profound moment of existence, we can allow the constructs we have spent our lives believing to drop away. Our knowledge of the eternal doesn't leave us, although we may forget it. As we return to our humanness, we may use reasoning to write it off, or we may create whole religions around it in an effort to grasp and recreate it. Look into the eyes of God raises our consciousness so we can fathom the unfathomable. This expansive experience can never be boxed into words or intellect, but artists, poets, and musicians may be able to share in a small way the essence that helps us remember ourselves back into our true state. The portals into this experience are vast in numbers and form. For me, awakened awareness has come through deep meditation, ecstatic dance, and journeying with my Dharma. In essence, connecting with this element is about raising our vibration, getting out of our heads, and allowing our spirit to lead the way. When we walk behind the veil, we discover our true path. Our reason for being here is revealed in symbolic jigsaw puzzle pieces and synchronicities. The mysteries unweave and the paradoxes speak to a different part of us. Our affirmations are potent. Our prayers are heard, and the medicine of life lessons, however strong and uncomfortable, is full of powerful growth. This is one of the elemental cards because without awakened awareness, magic, healing, and affirmation cannot be deep or real way enough to actualize. This is not just imagining God, but seeing, knowing, and communing with the divine spark inside each of us, because you're so connected to God. You became God's daughter, God's son, and you can see through his perspective who's who, and you're going to take it as it is. God is showing you the truth, like, no, sorry, but that person is karmic. No, sorry, that person is connected to the devil. You're not allowed around them. If not, I'm blocking your blessings because I'm not allowing you to share it with them. So because you're so honored for the gifts that he has given you, you're going to live with truth. Your crown chakra is on, your third eye is on, so you see what it is. So if they don't want to be what you need, what you deserve, then that's a choice they're making, and you can't change nobody. You can only inspire change. If you're not inspiring them, hopefully they find someone that do, and hopefully they find God, so they inspire themselves first. This card is a reminder to wake up, okay? So those are zombies. You need a life. You need people that have a heartbeat. There are many levels and stages of awakening. There is no on and off switch. Keep learning and putting yourself into situations where you can grow. Sometimes we do go back to sleep, so stay aligned with our inner guidance and find ways to remember to wake up. Do what you love to keep your vibe high. So dance, whatever, like you really need to do this because that vibration is going to manifest so many beautiful things. Do what you love to keep your vibe high. This is not about instant pleasure. You see, those are people that seek instant gratification, temporary fixes, one night stands, because these people are so sad and so lost that they constantly feed on things that give them temporary fixes because they don't have the strength that it takes, the courage that it takes to face our truth and go like, no, that behavior in me has to change. I'm doing this to myself. I'm responsible for everything I manifested in my reality. So if I don't like it, I need to change something within. People that have the courage to actually look at themselves in the mirror and see the wrongs that they have done and repent for that. So these people don't have the courage to face the mirror because they probably did a lot of bad. They're sharks, right? They're evil. So because they don't live with truth, at this point, they're zombies. They're stuck in the matrix. You freed yourself from that because you don't belong there. It was all an illusion to shape you and strengthen your connection to the divine. This is not about instant pleasure, but the joy that is substantial and sustainable. Eat healthily, keep your body active, and have life goals, but with enough space to hear the answers to your prayers. When our energy systems become blocked or need a cleanse, sorry, this book, I think it has a bit of mistakes, but it's still a beautiful deck. We can become drowsy to our vital nature. Energy clearing can help you recenter. Shadow work may also be needed if certain things are running your mind in a disempowering and distorting way. Find your unique way to connect to the divine inside you, not as an external seeking, but as a receptive allowing. We inspire to see the question at hand with a different perspective. Look between the lines for a deeper interpretation. So this is really because you were so disappointed at fake people, fake friends, fake bosses, unsupportive family members, unsupportive surrounding, predatory behavior from your opposite sex, you know, like you were so disappointed with humanity that the only thing that brought you satisfaction, reassuring, love, unconditional support was God. So because you strained your connection to God, because you cut it all out, at this point you freed yourself so much. You rose from the ashes and you're invincible now. And you're going to shine your light at the right moments. You know who you are and you know how to connect to Source anytime you want. And sadness is a thing of the past now. So whoever interferes with your happiness is not allowed in your journey anymore. You're very strict with that because you're like, no, life is not worth living like that. I enjoy walking. Walking is my purpose. Okay, so if you want a private reading with me, please go to Facebook. You can message me with the link. There's a button there, WhatsApp. Just say I would like to book a private reading with you, and I will message you with further information. Don't tell me nothing about your situation. I will receive visions for you and do a general reading. And at the end, if you still have questions that need clarifying, we will ask them, but usually they really don't. If you don't have Facebook, you could always email me, strongfiretarot@gmail.com, and say I would like to book a private reading with you, and it would be my pleasure to guide you on your spiritual journey and give you the support that you need. What else? Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and let me just get a final advice. You are loved. You really are, and by me too. So you are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. Whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. So if you're thinking of doing the shark, right, so being connected to that shark because you have this obsession with them, a strong magnetic pull to your abuser, please don't do it because you are loved. And when you love yourself enough, you're gonna know that like that's degrading me. It's not giving me my value, so I'm never gonna be in that presence again. I'm gonna give myself what I deserve. So even when I apply to jobs, I tell them how much I want to be paid, and if they can't pay me that, well, okay, well, I'm going to go find somewhere else where they could pay me what I am worth. Okay, and usually they give me what I want because I know my worth and I know what I contribute to every job that I go to. So if they don't want me there, no problem. Someone else will. You understand? So know your worth, guys. You need this. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching and the continued support, and I will continue to record videos on YouTube. Have yourself a beautiful night and day wherever you are. Bye.